Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Touch. I'm Darwin Campbell. The Morning Touch is brought to you by the Chaplains for the Homeless and the FSBC in Glendale. We've reached the first weekend of 2022. I hope you're having a great weekend. I want to share with you a few moments from the book of Exodus. There's some things that we need to know about clouds. I know we've looked up into the sky and we've seen dark clouds, we see light clouds, we see clouds with rain, we see clouds, thunder, and lightning. It's a good representation of what life has in store for us each and every day. No one knows what each day will bring, but one thing for sure, when you look up and you see the clouds, you can know the state of the weather. The Morning Touch is brought to you by the Chaplains for the Homeless and the FSBC in Glendale. With that, we're going to go to the book of Exodus. We're going to start at chapter 16, and we're going to look at how the people began to murmur against Moses because they were hungry. There were clouds all throughout the camp. Hungry people, frustrated people, mad people. You know, Moses thought that this thing was going to get out of control. But just as it got to a boiling point, the Lord appeared to Moses in a cloud, and he spoke to them. So dark clouds all around the camp. And here comes the cloud. And out of that cloud comes the voice of the Lord. The Bible says, and Moses spake to Aaron, say all to the congregation of the children of Israel, come near before the Lord, for he hath heard your murmurings. Oftentimes we think God is not listening, but I want you to know that God does listen and God cares. In verse 10 it says, and it came to pass as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Lord appeared in a cloud. I don't know about you, but that's pretty wild to think that the very Creator, Jehovah God, hears my cry, listens to my complaints and my murmurings, my frustration, my depression. And he appears in a cloud and he says, listen, Moses, I'm going to send the people manna. I know they're hungry. I know they're frustrated. I know they're worried about being out here after leaving Egypt, but I got this. I got this. And each time that Moses needed affirmation, the Lord appeared and spoke in a cloud. You look at chapter 19 in verse 9 and 10, and all the people answered, and all the Lord had spoken, we will do. And Moses returned the words of the Lord to the people. And the Lord said to Moses, lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak to thee, and believe thee forever. And Moses told the words of the people unto the Lord. My friend, the people were reassured by what came from the cloud. I don't know what they saw, I don't know what they heard, but you could rest assured, Moses wrote that the voice of the Lord appeared in the cloud. You know, when life happens, we often wonder, is there an answer to the end of our situations and our problems? When life happens, we don't often see the results. We don't often see the big picture. But my friends, without the clouds of life happening, you know, there's a lot that we wouldn't understand. You see, when you think about physical clouds, we wouldn't be shielded from the burning sun without these clouds. If the clouds just disappeared tomorrow and they never came back, all of us would be burned up by the sun. Without the clouds, there would be no great, beautiful sunsets that we see in the West. There would be no beneficial rain without the clouds. There would be no beautiful landscape pictures without the clouds. These clouds must come to us. These clouds must happen. These clouds must exist. It is at the heart of our very survival as the human race. Clouds bring sunshine. Clouds bring rain. Clouds shield us safely from sun. Clouds provide rain and beautiful sunsets and landscapes. We got to be thankful for the clouds. And I know you say, what are you saying? Life has its clouds. The clouds that bring rain into our spiritual lives and physical lives. The clouds that create a beautiful landscape that set us up for success or failure. These clouds come into our lives. Sometimes we have dark clouds. Sometimes we have stormy clouds. They're at the heart of relationships that we have. They're at the heart of the workplace. They're at the heart of all of who we are and what makes us who we are, our personalities, our temperament. These clouds interact with us and they cause certain results. My friends, when these clouds come, how do you react? How do you react to a bad spiritual cloud when it happens to you? Life's clouds bring hard knocks. Life's clouds can bring hard times. Life's clouds can cause us to be discouraged. And maybe right now you're experiencing one of those things. But my friends, let me share something with you. No matter what cloud, storm cloud, rain cloud, that's shielding the sun from you right now, the sunshine in your life, let me share something with you. God is behind the cloud. He's right behind the cloud. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you're facing, no matter how insurmountable or frustrating or depressing it is, there's always sun behind the clouds. The sun is always behind the clouds. I know I like to fly, and when I fly places, I like nothing more than when that plane takes off from the airport and we get up 25, 30,000, 40,000 feet. We get above the clouds. And you know what's above the clouds? The sun. The sun. It sits out there just as bright and beautiful above those clouds. So whatever's going down below, cloudiness, rain, storms, right behind or above those clouds is the sun. So my friends, we don't need to be discouraged when a few clouds move in on our lives. We don't need to quit just because we don't see the end of the storm. We don't know when good times are going to happen again. My friends, behind the clouds rests the sun. Each of us experiences clouds in life. Some of you are experiencing clouds, while some of you are experiencing sunshine. Some of you are experiencing storms, while some of you are experiencing nice weather spiritually. But whatever you're experiencing, let me just share with this. Don't be discouraged. Each of us experiences clouds in life. Sometimes they're slight, sometimes they're dark, sometimes they're violent. But whatever clouds you are experiencing today, you need to ask Jesus. The light is behind the clouds. The sunshine is behind the clouds. We need to ask Jesus to help us walk through the spiritual clouds that come in and out of our lives. We need to ask Jesus to help us see the glory that awaits us behind the clouds. The sun is behind the clouds. The sunshine is behind the clouds. There is no rain above the clouds. There is no weather above the clouds, just sunshine, peace, joy. That is what you should reach for. That is what you should strive for. The fact of the matter is, you know the sun is behind the clouds. You know the voice of God is behind the clouds. You know Jesus Christ is behind the clouds. The sun is behind the clouds, my friends. Don't let the clouds get you down. Don't let the clouds of life and the storms of life beat you up. Realize there is a sun behind the clouds. God controls that power. Just like he brought that manna from heaven in the darkest of times, he can bring the spiritual manna and light to your life in the darkest of times. Trust him today. Believe in him. Look up to him. You'll find relief. You'll find rest. you'll find peace for your soul. Don't let those clouds beat you down. God has a plan for you. The Morning Touch is brought to you by the Chaplains for the Homeless and the FSBC in Glendale. I want you to go forth, have a great weekend, look up, and if you see the clouds, don't worry about it. The sun is behind the clouds. God has got your back. He's listening, he cares, he'll take care of you. See you next time on The Morning Touch.